Yo, I'm Mnemonic. In order to fulfill my personal mantra for 2020, I've had to devise a system, a way to track my progress. And while completing nearly 30 songs at the same time, which is soon going to turn into 4 albums, I've had a little bit of confusion. So I want to know where I'm at, but at a high level, some type of overview. This video is not going to be about how to make spreadsheets, but we are going to talk about a spreadsheet and how you can use it to do this. You know what I mean? Let's do it. That did not work out as I planned. Now, personally, I didn't think this whole concept warranted an actual video, but I posted it on Instagram and many people wanted to have it, the actual spreadsheet. So I figured, why not? Let's talk about it. And I'm going to show you how it works right now. But really, it's just about personalizing and customizing your experience, having something that you know is going to help you in your musical quest. Because I don't want to go over the details of how to use conditional formatting in a spreadsheet or something like Excel or Google Sheets, which is what I use. It's nice because it's all saved in the cloud, but it's really just taking what you have and making it better. And I think this microphone's actually going to sound, better. Isn't this the coolest roll of tape you've ever seen? Okay, let's get into the spreadsheet. This spreadsheet in itself is not exciting. If you want to see music makers do exciting things with Excel or some type of spreadsheet, check out Dylan Tallchief, who made a drum machine and then a full digital audio workstation that can export Ableton files, or Levi Niha, who used Dylan Tallchief's drum machine to make a beat. But what's exciting about this spreadsheet is what you can do with it and get some of those technicalities out of the way, because our brains are wild things and all they need is just a little bit of help sometimes. And this tool has helped me stay on point, get to work, make more music, get it done. 4 albums are on the way and I'm very excited about all of that. Personally, I have all my songs listed, and as you can tell, it's just an overview and then a little bit of progress tracking mechanisms to help me understand where I'm at with my goal to, I'll just go left to right, of course, the number of all the songs, and now the file name. You know how it is, you're making a beat and you have to save it. You know we've all been there. You're 30, 40 minutes, 2 hours in, 4 hours into making something, and you haven't saved it yet. So when it comes time to save it, at that point you don't care what the file name is. So you name it a file. And normally I don't rename it. I know some people will come up with naming conventions to know what they need to do, but I just name the file. And then once it becomes an actual song or a track, then I come up with a song title, and that's where I put the title. So this tracker helps me correspond the file name on my computer with the actual title of the song or the beat. Then the BPM, and then also the key. So those two are important musical components. And then furthermore, the feel column is just a simple understanding of the color of it, the timbre. What is the song or the beat communicating? What's the vibe of this particular track? So as soon as I see that, it jogs my memory and I'm like, oh yeah, it's that, and I need to add this. Which gets me to my next point. When I check things off, it makes it orange. You could change it to whatever colors you want. My workflow mainly consists in 4 steps: arrangement, the words, the actual lyrics I need to write, which is a big chunk, that takes the longest normally, and then the vocals, actually recording the vocals, because that in itself is a huge step, and then the cuts. I like to scratch on the majority of my tracks, mainly all of them. Sometimes it doesn't fit. So that's my 4 steps. You can of course customize it. If you just make beats, maybe you aren't a vocalist or a rapper or a singer, then of course you wouldn't have words or vocals or lyrics. You would have, maybe if you start with drums, then melody, then bass. The last column that's missing from this spreadsheet, maybe 2 columns, is mix and master. Respectively, those are very important parts of the music making process when getting it ready to release or publish a track. It'll be added once you click on the link in the description. That will be there, and you can change the color scheme, of course. It's Google Sheets. You can do whatever you want. You can add your own logo. And then the last one is just, if I have any additional notes, I put next step. This is like additional information. If I have a random idea, I can put it in there. But mainly it's just a little more detailed on exactly what I need to do. And then, as I check boxes off, I get to see the progress go up. 50%, we're almost there, but I'm not there, so let me undo all that. That is the Make More Music spreadsheet. I hope you enjoy that, and I hope it helps you make more music. Now, speaking of making more music, I'm gonna try out my new microphone and get to work. Enjoy. Peace out. Much love. Have fun. Do great things. Goodbye. According to my simple brain, putting tape on something makes it new. Look at that, I got a new microphone for free. You should try it. Spruce up your space or customize your belongings, and all of a sudden they'll be better than they were before. This once was $48, now it's at least $4,800. Collector's edition. You know what I mean?